on set at a film shoot here. I wanted to give you a quick breakdown of backward walking. So good for knee health. What we're working on here is those terminal knee extensions. So what this is going to help a lot with is quad development, particularly your lower quads or VMO muscles. Very important for patellar tracking. Myself, I had 4 knee surgeries by the time I was 22. I now have arthritis in both knees, bone spurs on my left. These were all injuries when I was young: football, powerlifting, idiocy, all right? So these are the growing pains of fitness, but this is a concentric only method of pumping up those muscles, getting a good mind-muscle connection, and I wanted to kind of break through. I'm sure you've seen this done before. Again, it's not a new exercise, been around for decades. Traditional sled, but the manual sled is great for a couple reasons. One, the stability of holding on the handles, leaning back against the bar pad, that added stability. If you have a history of patellar tracking issues, sometimes outside in a normal sled or in a gym, it can be still a little bit irritating, or you can't get enough of the mind-muscle connection. So a couple of variations. Number one, if you're new to this, do a little bit of a hinge and be a little more full foot contact, because this can stress your knees. It's a great exercise for the knees, like anything. Too much too soon can be a little bit too much, especially if you have arthritis or a history of injuries, you're rehabbing something. And then from there, more upright trunk and more toe drive is gonna stress those low quads more. And again, you can put a little more stress on the knees if you're not ready for it. So again, you can always back off to foot flat and more hinged. I can also get low and get more range of motion. I'm really focusing on driving and pushing through that sled. Again, look at it, look at the muscle if you have to. Focus on those quads, look at those inner quads, toes forward, driving through, all right? I can also lean back against the pad, enhance kind of a quad hip flexor stretch, but also get that more kind of knee over toe angle, if you will, almost kind of like a sissy squat, if you will. And this really stresses those low quads more, puts that whole anterior chain under stretch. And obviously I can play with slower tempos, or even, you know, some of my sprint back pedals. This really blows up those quads. Incredible cardio, and again, concentric only. The moment you stop on this, it stops. So unlike things like jumping, which again, eccentric training is fine, but at high volume, daily, it can be too much on the joints, especially if you have a history of injury or you're older, like me, 42 almost now. So I love this unit. So many things you can do on it, but just again, there's a backward walking, backward sled, added stability of the bars, the bar pad. I can play with range of motion, higher, lower. I can play with trunk position, more hinge, gets more glute, more lean back, gets more low quad. And then obviously I can play with speed and tempo, if you will, right? Over here too. Now, I didn't even mention, all the way over here, all the way over. There has 21 total levels of resistance. So there's 3 levels that you dock underneath the unit. And then on here, within each level macro, there's micro adjustments 1 through 7. So you can do drop sets, you can change the resistance based on time, distance. The other thing too is this is an incline. So when you go backwards, you know, traditionally like on land or hills, it's harder uphill, right? Because there's more gravitational effect. Now, on a manual tread, sled tread here, it's actually easier on a incline. It's a decline this way, but incline up, because gravity is assisting me. So it's a great way to start if you're newer to this. And then it's really easy to adjust. I just come here and I can flatten it out. And actually flat on this unit is significantly more challenging. It almost feels like I show those 1 through 7 micro adjustments. This feels a 7 incline feels like a 1 flat. Because again, now I've got to really push all the way through. Gravity is just pushing it down. And again, sometimes within a minute or two, I can start with more full foot push. I can move to more toe. I can move to lower range of motion. I can lean back. And then I can actually do some more speed or kind of back pedal sprint work. So again, so many options. I can't recommend this enough, besides the fact that I can do pull-ups, I can do dips, I can do sit-ups, Nordic curls, Bulgarian split squats, hip thrusts, even has a forward sled mode. Again, I'll show you in the future. I wanted to jump in quick on set of this shoot and share this with you. Love you guys, peace.